So, you read the title, you know what this video is about. I am about 20 minutes away from leaving my apartment and leaving Dubai for good, for the foreseeable future. You can see I've got my entire life packed up into 3 gigantic suitcases. And I've still got to do that in a second, but I thought I'd film this video quickly just to give you guys an update. Maybe some people who are not on my channel are watching this as well and are curious as to why, as a young entrepreneur, I'm leaving and ending my 2-year stint here in Dubai. It's been a fairly sudden change. I definitely at the start of the year didn't think that by this point in the year I would be leaving. So it's been a pretty rapid change over the past couple of months. But there's a few key factors and reasons that I'm leaving, which I want to briefly touch on in this video and hopefully not make myself late for my flight. And then explain to you where I'm going next, which I think is pretty exciting, and I'm really looking forward to documenting that shift on this channel. So why am I leaving? Well, it's been 2 years. I've come here and I've done pretty much what I came here to do, which is to grow and level up. And as cringe and cliche as that sounds, I've got what I needed out of Dubai. I made a small circle of good friends, of people who do business like me, who share my values as well. So it's been nice to get a small group of friends here that I can see elsewhere, and they're also leaving around the same time as me. A lot of people that I know in my circles are also kind of done their 2-3 year sprint in Dubai and are ready to go find somewhere with a bit more community, with a bit more nature. There's also some other limitations for me in basing my business here that I have touched on in my previous Dubai video, which will pop up here. I didn't think this would become a Dubai channel, but it's not. It's just been a pretty big part of my life over the past 2 years. And I've obviously got my apartment here, I've just sold my car, I've built the whole life here, and now it's time to make a shift to something new. Primarily for, I wouldn't say primarily for business, but it's like equal split between business and life, and what I'm looking to get out of the next phase of my life. So while it has been good, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying don't come here, I'm just saying, like, know what deal you're getting yourself in for by watching my past video, so you know the pros and the cons, which is what I gave in that video. And another pretty significant factor for me leaving has been the optics of being a Dubai entrepreneur. And I think I've touched on this in my previous video on Dubai, but there's definitely a certain stigma or association you get by being in this place and being associated with it. You get attributed a bunch of values that you may not necessarily have, and for me, I found that was, I mean, it became part of my identity to some degree when I moved here. I remember writing down in my journal at one point, it's like, what are some of the things that you're most proud of? And to me, my move from New Zealand to Dubai at such a young age, at 22, was a really big achievement for me. And I was like, I'm really proud that I've been able to move here. I was like, I'm in this big gigantic city in the desert, and I'm like so young, and I feel like I don't know anything yet. And it was part of my, I let it become part of my character and identity. And then I didn't really realize, I thought it was cool. But as I got older and I guess a little bit wiser, I realized that while it is cool on some levels, there's also a lot of negative associations with it. And I started to see that on YouTube when I first started making videos. This is just another Dubai dickhead doing this, rah, 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 rah. And to me, and for the impact that I want to have and the things that I want to do, having a weight holding me down to a certain degree in terms of my personal brand and my image that I have to fight uphill against is a handicap that I would rather not have at this point. And it's particularly bad in the online space. Especially if you do any kind of info products as well, which I do have an education business. So I understand that, and I think for me to have the biggest impact possible and reach the most amount of people, I need to make sure that I'm not easily labeled or pigeonholed by someone who's just encountering my content for the first time. Because I know if you look at me, you look at like my haircut, you look at like basic surface level things, or my Instagram or something, I've tried to clean that one up. But when you look at these things, people make a snap decision on who I am and what values they think I have, and they decide yes or no whether they want to consume more content, whether they want to engage in believing anything I say. And I wholeheartedly believe, and you've seen, the reason I keep making videos on it is because I believe and know that this opportunity of AI automation agencies and getting into AI business right now is so beneficial for so many people. And to me, it's by far the most obvious opportunity to start an online business right now. So for me to make sure that I can get past the guards basically and not trip off people's intruder detection systems, I need to make sure that I'm not carrying in all this extra stuff that would make people to be kind of repulsed from my image and my message. And to me, making sure that people give me a chance to say my bit and show who I am and communicate my value is really important to me and important to achieving the things that myself and my team want to achieve. But a large factor in this decision that was made by myself and my business partner is to move our businesses, Morningside and all of the companies underneath it. If you've been watching my channel, you know what I do. If not, I'll pop a little video up here. We want to go and build Morningside as a real business. While online business has been fun for the past 6 years for me, I am ready to do the real thing. I think myself and my business partner are struggling to maintain the company culture that we want to at scale, as we have over 40 people working for us part-time or full-time. So it's grown to be a pretty large organization, particularly in the past year. And for me to lead effectively, and my business partner also, we need to have that in-person feel. We need to have an office, which we're looking at getting right now in the new place we're going, getting an office, having proper employees so that we can eventually sell the company. Here it's been fairly difficult to do international employee contracts because the business is inherently less valuable if you don't have them as employees where they've got a proper contract in place. So I don't want to give too much away about what we're doing over the next 6 to 12 months, but we have some massive moves planned and actually underway right now that I can't wait to share with you all. And I'm going to continue to push this AI thing that I've been talking about and screaming about for the past 2 years and trying to get as many of you on board as possible. We're going to take this to the next level with our move, and you're going to see this throughout the next year. And I'm so excited to be sharing that stuff with you. Cool shit with cool people. You guys know that's kind of my motto. And cool shit with cool people over Meet, and Google Meet is cool. But it's even cooler when you're in person. You can go out for a drink with them and you can go grab lunch with someone and build a deeper connection with all the people. And where we're going, I think we're really going to be able to do that. So that brings me to the final part of this video is, where am I going? And some of you may know, some of you won't, but I'm going home to New Zealand. And we're returning there, going to do the full return as tax resident and make the shift. And I know a lot of people have been like, oh, why are you going to go do that? And I mean, you're not going to have any tax benefits of being in New Zealand. And I know, we know that, but we're betting on us being able to make net more money due to the compounding effects of having an office and having people and having employees and building up a reputation in New Zealand and Australia and beyond. We think we can make a lot more money and have a much bigger impact really by having those compounding benefits that you don't necessarily get in Dubai as just one little speck, one little tiny group of entrepreneurs here in Dubai amongst thousands of others. So we have a lot more of a unique positioning in New Zealand as a group of young guys and girls now. We've got a bunch of girls joining the leadership team as well, who are going to be building an AI company that is unlike anything really in the country. So we have a unique edge there, and I urge all of you in business to try to find your unfair advantage, find your unique edge. And this is why we're moving back as well, is to go back and see the benefits of compounding relationships and becoming known in a certain area and having a reputation of in the certain field that you work in. And I feel like here in Dubai, well, not feel like, I know from experience, it's been a lot harder to do that. Half of my team's already back now. Everyone apart from me is already back now. I'm about to hop on my flight, but what we have planned for the next 12 months is so exciting, and I can't wait to show you what else is possible in this space. We have really only just scratched the surface. I gave you the AI automation agency model, and that's your entry point. That's how you get started. That's how I got started. That's how we're still building awesome products and services and delivering awesome services through Morningside AI. And there's some stuff that I want to show you about that in the next couple of months as well to do with our pivot. But long story short, Dubai's been great, but now it's time to go build a real company, come home, have a community, and live a bit more of a normal life, I think, for a while at least, until I get bored of it. So to Dubai, to the government here, to the people and the culture, and that have really welcomed me and allowed me to come here and do my thing and get my Dubai experience out of this place. Thank you, because I'm wholeheartedly better off for it. I've grown a lot. Growth is a good way to put it in every single aspect of my life. So I have to say thank you, because if this place didn't exist, then I'd have to go somewhere else, and who knows where I'd be now. But this has done its job for me, and I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity that I've been given to come here. And I'm extremely excited for what's to come. So I've got to go get on my 19-hour flight back to New Zealand now, which I'm absolutely buzzing for. And yeah, next videos from me, you'll be seeing me back home, and I'm super excited to show you guys what we've got set up there and the things that we're doing very soon. So I'll talk to you soon.